Hi, this is Hardball Retro. Welcome to the Retrodome. Today we will review the results of the 1984 playoffs from my As Played replay. Let's see here. Okay, we're using Digital Diamond Baseball version 12.1. If you look at the uh, previous video that I posted for this, which was the final standings for the regular season from my 84 replay. Uh, these are the four teams that advanced to the playoffs. So three of the four were the same as the real life results. The Tigers, the Royals in the AL, the Cubs in the NL, and the Astros were the only ones that were that differed from the real life results, where the Padres won the National League West in real life, and the Astros advanced to the playoffs here. So let's take a look at each box score, and then for the World Series, I'm going to do the actual play out the games in real time and do the play-by-play commentary. But for the playoffs, I thought I would just do a fast play game and reveal the box scores here. So here we go. All right, Tigers take a 1-0 lead. Let's go to newspaper box score. All right, so the Royals scored 4 in the ninth here to tie it. The Tigers jumped out to a 6-1 lead, right? The Royals came back with 1 in the eighth, 4 in the ninth, but then Tigers in a walk-off claimed the 7-6 victory. So we'll look at the box here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys with 2 hits apiece for KC. Onyx Concepcion knocking in a pair of runs. Triple for Willie Wilson here. And stolen base for Willie Wilson. For the Tigers, Whitaker, Parrish, Lemon, Castillo with 2 hits apiece. Parrish and Lance Parrish with a 3 RBI day and a homer. And Barbaro Garbe, the DH, also homered. Stolen base by Chet Lemon. Triple by Marty Castillo. And Bud Black got beat up in this one. 4 innings, 6 hits, 6 earned. Joe Beck with 3 scoreless in relief. Mark Heisman took the loss. Jack Morris pitched fairly well. 6 2/3, 5 hits, 3 walks, 5 Ks, and an earned run. Willie Hernandez gave up a run in an inning and a third. Aurelio Lopez came on, gave up 4 runs, right, in the top of the ninth there, but he came away with the victory with the walk-off win. Let's take a look at the play-by-play here, and we'll just scroll down a bit. Let's see what that. Here we go. Whitaker at bat. Well, first Whitaker was up and there was a wild pitch. Castillo advancing to second, and then line drive, base hit. Whitaker singles. Scoring from second is Castillo. So let's just look at the scoring plays as well. Top of the ninth. I'm just curious how the Royals came back with 4 runs here. So Onyx Concepcion double, Wilson long triple that scores Concepcion, George Brett with a single, Wilson scoring from third. I think I missed something here. Oh, Concepcion knocked in a run, 2 runs here. White and slot. Okay. So, at any rate, Tigers 7-6 winners in Game 1 for the American League Championship Series. We move over to the NL Game 1 with the Astros taking a 4-2 victory over the Cubbies. Let's look at this one. Got Dernier, Durham, 2 hits apiece. Durham and Say with RBIs. And Durham and Say with home runs. Okay, so that explains the Cubs. 5 stolen bases in the game, 2 by Bob Dernier, 2 by Leon Durham, 1 by Keith Moreland. So they were running wild on Mark Bailey here. 84 Stros. Enos Cabell, homer, 2 RBIs. Jerry Mumphrey, homer, 2 RBIs. And that's pretty much it. Sutcliffe, 8 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 9 Ks, 2 earned. Lee Smith, 2 innings of relief, scoreless with a hit and a strikeout. Tim Stoddard taking the loss, 2 unearned runs. In the 11th, looks like Nolan Ryan, no decision, 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 walks, 7 Ks, 2 earned, 2 homers. Julio Solano, Dave Smith, scoreless relief work. Bill Dawley getting the win, scoreless 11th frame. All right, close out of that. Go to next day, October 3rd. We've got Tigers Royals. Tigers take a 2-0 lead in the series. Got Brett, Balboni, and Slot with RBIs. Balboni and Slot with 2 hits apiece. Tigers, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys with 2 hits. Home runs by Darrell Evans and Johnny Grubb. Rupert Jones, 2 RBIs. Shout out to Rupert there. And let's see, Saberhagen got smacked around, 7 1/3, 12 hits, 3 walks, 2 Ks, 6 earns. Beckwith, 2/3, scoreless. Petrie, 6 1/3, 9 hits, no walks, 3 Ks, 2 earned, got the no decision. Aurelio Lopez comes on, gets a win. This time he doesn't yield any runs, 2 2/3, 1 hit, 2 Ks. Alright, and the Royals committed 4 errors. I'm sure that contributed to the 7-3 loss. Alright, so the Tigers are in command here in the American League. Let's see, looks like the Cubbies tied up the series at 1 game apiece with a 9-4 victory. Yeah, they were up 7-2, 8-2. Okay. Gary Matthews, Sr., Sarge, 3 hits, a homer, 2 ribbies. Moreland, 2 hits, homer, 4 RBIs. Jody Davis, homer, and Dernier homered. So, and everyone except for Steve Trout with a hit in the starting lineup there for the Cubbies. Stolen bases, they're just running wild here. Look at this. Dernier, Gary Matthews, and Ron Say. All right. Astros. Nobody with 2 hits. No homers. Craig Reynolds with a triple and a ribby. Ashby with a ribby. Bob Nepper with a ribby. Billy Doran with a ribby. All right. Steve Rainbow Trout gets the win. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 walks, 4 Ks, 2 earned. Lee Smith with a 3-inning hold. No hits, 1 K. Stoddard gave up some more runs. And George Frazier got the final out. Nepper batted around here. 5 2/3, 9 hits, 3 walks, 5 Ks, 7 earned, and 4 home runs allowed. Julio Solano, inning and a third, scoreless, a couple of walks. Dave Smith, 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, 2 Ks. Alright, so let's go next day, no games, October 5th. The Royals hanging in there. Come up with a 3-0 victory. Held the Tigers to 3 hits here. Trammell, Garbe, and Evans, the only hits in the game for Detroit. And the Royals offense was a Balboni homer, and he had 2 hits, 2 ribbies. Motley scored a run. Frank White knocked in the other run here. Milt Wilcox, 8 innings, 5 hits, no walks, 5 Ks, 3 earned. Tough luck lost there. Lee Brandt, 8 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, 2 Ks, no earned. Beckwith and Heisman with the save. So, I'm wondering where Quisenberry is. Not sure why he's not being used here. Let's see if he came in the next game. Cubs take a 2-1 advantage here in the NLCS. 6-0 shutout. And the only hits, 2 hits by Jose Cruz. Cubs had home run by Ron Cey, a couple of hits. 2 hits by Dennis Eckersley. 2 hits, 2 ribbies by Sandberg, also a triple. Stolen base. There's a steal by Durham and Ron Cey. So they've got the green light and they're running wild here. Joe Niekro, 5 2/3, 8 hits, 2 walks, 5 Ks, 5 earned. Solano gave up a run, inning and a third. Then Dave Smith, Frank DiPino pitched a scoreless inning there combined. Eckersley, 2 hit shutout. 9 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 3 Ks, no runs. Player of the game, Eckersley. Alrighty, let's move on to game number 4. And here we have the Royals pulling even, 7-2 victory. 7-2, Tigers, Trammell, 2 hits. Howard Johnson, 2 hits. Gibson with a triple. Kirk Gibson, and what else? Anything else of interest here? Scroll down. Got Willie Wilson, George Brett, Onyx Concepcion, 2 hits each. Concepcion and Sheridan, Pat Sheridan with 2 ribbies. Brett with a homer. Wilson with another triple. Stolen base Motley. Jack Morris takes the loss, 5 1/3, 7 hits, 1 walk, 5 Ks, 6 earned. Willie Hernandez, 2 2/3, 2 hits, a walk, and 4 Ks. What I tried to do, I forgot to mention this earlier. I tried, basically I used the as-played lineups for the first 3 games of this series. There was not a game 4 in real life because the Tigers swept 3 games to none. So for game 4, I basically used what would have been their, well, for both teams, their lineup versus righties. And for the pitchers, the Royals did have a decent 4th starter here, so Gubiza pitched, and he pitched well. 5 1/3, 5 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks, and then a good relief again by Beckwith and Heisman. Still no Quisenberry. What was I saying about the lineups? Oh, so Morris had the option of pitching their 4th starter, which was Juan Berenguer, or going back to Morris. So we went with Morris here, trying to lock down the series for Detroit, but that didn't occur. All right, Cubs Astros. Similar deal here for the playoff lineups. I used the Cubs lineups that they used in the playoffs. Obviously, the Astros were not in the playoffs, so I kind of went back into the regular season and tried to use, a lineup that they would normally use versus righties and lefties. So I think we did the best we could in that respect. All right, so what happened here? Cubs advanced to the World Series with a 6-4 victory. We've got Mumphrey, 2 hits and 3 ribbies from Enos Cabell. But that was not enough for Houston. For the Cubs, 2 hits by Ron Say, home run, 3 RBIs for Jody Davis. Say with 2 ribbies as well. And Nolan Ryan takes the loss. 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 walks, 5 Ks, 6 earned runs. Similar situation here. 4th starter was Mike Scott, but that was when he wasn't that good. Before he learned the split finger, I would say. So we stayed with a 3-man rotation for Houston. But Ryan didn't fare well, and that was the end of that. Flawless relief here by Solano, Smith, and Dawley, but it was too little too late. Scott Sanderson, Cubs 4th starter, gets the win. 6 2/3, 9 hits, no walks, 2 Ks, 2 earned. Lee Smith with the hold. Inning and a third, gave up a run, and Tim Stoddard picks up the save. All right, now here's the really interesting one. And drum roll, please. Not this day, but the next day. It's the Royals with a 4-0 win over the Tigers to advance to the World Series. And more importantly, look at the amount of hits that Bud Black allowed. That's a big fat goose egg. So Black with a no-hitter to send the Royals to the World Series here. Defeating the 100, whatever the Tigers won, 100 and some odd games here. I'd have to go back and check the standings. But anyway, the Tigers are eliminated on a no-hitter at their home stadium. Bud Black with the no-hitter on the road. So the Royals, everybody had 1 hit, interestingly enough, for KC. Balboni, homer, 2 RBI. Slot and Concepcion with ribbies. And Brett with a triple. And look at that. 27 at-bats. Oh, and not only a no-hitter, looks like it was a perfect game. I don't know why I didn't realize that at first, but let's see if that's the case. It looks good here. We'll check the scorecard here in a second. So there's Black, 9 innings, no hits, no walks, 8 Ks. Petrie, 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks, 2 earned. Lopez and Sid Monge gets in there. All right, I've got to see this now. I don't know why I didn't realize that at first, but that looks like it's a perfecto. Is that the case? Bam, look at that. Perfect game. So, sensational. Awesome game by Bud Black there. So we've got a Cubs-Royals World Series in the As Played 1984 season coming up. Keep an eye out for that video. Hope you're enjoying this, and until next time, keep playing ball, take care, and we'll see you soon.